Hey everyone, it's Lindsay from My Crafty Plans. Today I'm going to be planning the week of October 14th in my Erin Condren Vertical Neutral. I have the binder. It is the same as the coil bound one, just in the binder format. And I am going to be using this The Moon Made Me Do It kit from Inky and the Brain. I originally set this aside for Halloween, but I decided to mix things up since we are incorporating some like moving related kits into the month of October, which I was not expecting to have to do. I was expecting to have it be an all Harry Potter and and Halloween October, but you know, gotta go with the flow here. Anyway, I absolutely love this kit. I just think it's so pretty. I'm actually gonna be using silver foil because I think it matches really well with some of the stuff that I got in the Simply Gilded, like the last pre-sale, which I just got and I still have it out. I haven't packed it yet. This is just like I think it's called the mid-size kit. She has a couple different sizes on her website. So it comes with 4 pages and you don't get like all the checklists and stuff, but you still get like the washi, all the full boxes, like the sidebar stuff, etc. So this is a really good size kit. Only thing is it doesn't come with glitter headers, so I just have to pull in some glitter or non-glitter headers for throughout the week. So I'm going to pop this out and I will get started.
Okay, so I am basically just going to catch you up on my life while I go through the basics. If you have any questions about where anything is from, just let me know. I'm pulling in some headers, some foil headers from my stash and from my glitter stash because this kit did not come with glitter headers. But anyway, basically, there were 2 weeks in between the last spread I posted and this spread, and they were probably like 2 of the most insane weeks of my life. So right before Define and Flourish, like 2 days before we left, my husband got a job offer out of state. This did really come up very quickly, and like the whole thing happened very quickly, but we knew that we were like, by the time we got it, we knew that if we got it, we were going to accept it. It was a really good opportunity for him career-wise, and it was also an opportunity for us to move back to the Philadelphia area, which is where we're both from, which is something we had been kind of talking about for about a year, and about, you know, potentially wanting to do that, just because both of our whole families are there and we've got little kids, and it's so much easier to raise your kids with familial support, and we kind of miss the East Coast and stuff. So we are back in Philly now. We moved into our house our rental house this weekend, so we are renting a house while we like kind of close things out in Texas and sell our house there and just get situated, get to know the exact area that we're in, all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, so basically I got back from Define and Flourish and we started interviewing real estate agents because we do own our house in Texas, packing up the house immediately, getting ready to put the house on the market and to move. And then on top of that, I was speaking at a conference for work, in this week that I'm filming for camera. So in this week that I was in Houston from the 15th to the 17th. And this is not only was that like crazy timing, but it's also the first work trip that I've taken and the first speaking engagement that I've done since I was pregnant with my daughter, my oldest kid, who is 3.5. So I have not done any in-person client events since then. And so it was like a lot of prep work. It went really super well. I was really happy with how everything went, and we are out of our house and moved into our new house, or still getting situated in our new house. Really, our stuff came this weekend. We're still kind of unpacking and getting everything set up, but we did it. We just powered through. I am like fairly caught up on the spreads. I have some like washi deco stuff to finish up for the 2 weeks after this, which I planned off camera. The 2 weeks in between Define and Flourish and this week are available on my Instagram if you check me out at My Crafty Plans. But yeah, basically life has just been completely insane. So we are back in the Philadelphia area, and this week was the week that we like picked a realtor, and then they took pictures of our house, and then the week after that our house was officially listed, and we had our open house like on October 27th, and then we moved out on like that Tuesday after that, actually. So we moved out Tuesday the 29th and flew to Philadelphia on the 30th of October and stayed with my parents for like about a week, and then moved into a week and a half, and then moved into our house. We just rented a house. We rented it sight unseen. My mother-in-law went and saw the house for us. It's kind of insane, but it actually worked out really super well. And we are like, our furniture's here now, and we're getting everything set up how we wanted. We got to make an IKEA run this weekend coming up. But other than that, we are doing good. So I'm actually sitting on the floor of what will be my new office. It's going to be like an office / guest room. And I need to buy a desk because I actually we left my office set up as is and listed it in the house. I have an office tour up here. I have like a really cool office with like built-in wall stuff and all kinds of stuff. And we actually just left the desks and everything too because they were just from IKEA. So we just kind of didn't want to take them with us because those IKEA desks are super, super cheap. And we just figured we would, buy new ones that fit the space when we got here since we didn't have the house. But anyway, life has pretty much just been insane nonstop. Today that I'm recording this is the first day the kids are back in school since like the end of October. So that's really, really exciting for me. They were so excited to go this morning, both of them, and neither of them cried at drop off. They were like just so, so excited to be back at school. And it is a new school, so that's really exciting. And my daughter's just like, oh, what's my new teacher's name? What are my new friends' names gonna be? It was really cute. And my son he's only 18 months, so he doesn't really, fully understand. But we're having a great time. We have so much family help here. Both of our whole families are here, so that's been really nice. And my mom and my dad's girlfriend like unpacked our whole kitchen. My mother-in-law has been helping us with the kids and like helping us get everything situated and unpacking all this stuff as well. So it's been really, really nice to have all the help here, and that's kind of why we wanted to move back here. But so anyway, it's just a really exciting time, but still a little bit chaotic here. I had to get back into the flow of work today too. Not that I don't work full time, I just freelance, but I got to get back into the flow of things now that we are semi-situated, and then just keep getting situated, truck along, figure I'd record this. And as soon as I figure out my filming setup, I'm going to save our move-in week, which is the week that just finished. So I'm recording this on the 11th. So that was the week that just finished, so I'm going to record that. So it's like 2 weeks off in between again, which you can see on Instagram. I haven't posted them yet, but I will as soon as I get my whole setup set up so I can take the picture. So I'm going to save that one, and then I'll probably have to skip another week, but once we are all situated, I will get back to a regular sort of filming schedule of some kind. But in the meantime, check it out on Instagram if you want to keep up with everything. I've been posting on stories a lot, just with like little day-to-day things. I actually did a bullet journal spread for this week for the first time in like forever. And I just like felt like I had so much stuff to write down, like to things that we still need for the house, things to do, work stuff. So I just like felt way more flexible than stickers. And I'm thinking about planners for next year as a method of procrastinating doing things in the house is it's thinking about planners instead. So I'm gonna think about doing things instead of actually doing them. But anyway, so things have been really, really crazy. Our house is currently for sale. Hopefully it sells pretty quickly, because then we can just kind of be rid of that and be rid of the chapter and, not have to pay mortgage and rent at the same time, which would be nice. But we wanted to rent here just so that we could like really take our time. I'm also, pregnant. If you don't know, I'm due March 1st. So it just seemed like a lot to have to try and buy a house right away. So we just rented for a while, and we have like a year lease. So we have plenty of time to get settled in and then look for, a dream house. Because I doubt we'll ever leave this area again now that we're back in Philadelphia. Just so much family around. It's already been just so nice. I'm like, our holiday schedule for this year is going to be so easy because we don't have to travel anywhere, and we can go to like all the family events and everything, and it's just going to be so much fun. Our box stickers had these like great Halloween-y, and they're not even Halloween, they're like stars and stuff. So I put overlays. So I pulled some of those in. And then for the week, I actually decided to kind of mix things up a little. So my mom was actually in Texas visiting us this week. She had planned it before we knew we were moving. So it turned from a fun trip to a help us pack our stuff kind of trip. And then also watch the kids. She stayed a little bit longer. It's also kind of like the Jewish holidays have been in this time. So the kids were off school some of the days, and like it's like kind of works on a weird schedule. So the kids did not have school on like Monday. And so my mom was here to help while I got ready for my trip. And then I drove to Houston, and she stayed on Tuesday and watched the kids on Tuesday while I was in Houston. And then she left on Wednesday, and the kids had school again on Wednesday. And then I actually drove home Thursday morning because I was speaking late on Wednesday at this conference. So anyway, so I just decided to like kind of mark that my mom was in for Monday through Wednesday. And then I had like my regular work and I just did a bunch of work. And then I packed for my trip to Houston. And then I started packing up my office, which took forever. I did not finish it this day. It was very dramatic. And then I like, this is the sticker that best sums up my life sort of this past month, which is, it's from Paper and Milk. It's like my favorite, one of my all-time favorite stickers, and it's just like a marshmallow on fire, and it says, "This is fine." Basically exactly how I felt all of this week, the week before, the week after, etc. Still kind of settling down a little bit. But anyway, so I just put that in. And then on Tuesday, I stopped at Starbucks. I drove to Houston. I attended the conference on Tuesday. I was not speaking on Tuesday. Then there was like a little happy hour thing. And then I had dinner with a colleague. It was actually like really relaxing to be away because like it wasn't like I could do a bunch of house stuff. We like just had signed our lease at this point, so we didn't have to worry about that anymore. And I just like didn't have to take care of the kids and or think about like their schedules, and I just kind of did stuff. So it was actually, even though it was like stressful and the speaking and stuff, but like it was actually kind of relaxing. And I had not been on a work trip like I said, in probably, I guess, almost 4 years, since I was about like maybe I think 7 months pregnant with my first, who's 3.5. Was the last time I traveled for work or went to a speaking engagement. So it was cool. And it also like it went really well. I spoke on Wednesday and it went super well, and I just was like really happy with what I did, and I think people were, and I got a lot of really good feedback. So I feel like it was really good, and I probably won't do it again for a little while since I'm having another baby and I don't like to travel while I'm nursing. And that's why it's been such a long time. And it's gotten easier to leave the kids as they've gotten older and I've had more of them, but it's really hard to travel for work while you're nursing. So and we don't usually put the kids into like school or care until they're like well over a year anyways, just with the school years timed out. My son, this is his first year, and my daughter didn't start until she was over 2 anyways. So but anyway, so we did the conference, and I presented, and it went so well, and I used one of these Paper Milk Harry Potter ones. It looks like it's holding a pointer. It's like a wand, but I was like, whatever, just make it work. And then I had to help out with something else for the conference. There was like some last minute shuffling, and I just helped with that. And then there was like a big celebration dinner that night because like a lot of people were leaving on Thursday and stuff, like including myself. So they had like a big celebration dinner for like the people that work there. And I'm not like an employee for this company, but I do a lot of work for them. And so it was nice to meet like a lot of the people that work there and people that I work with, but hadn't met in person before. And we ate at this totally, totally amazing fajita restaurant that now I cannot remember the name of. But anyway, and then I actually just took a bath. The hotel had like a surprisingly nice bathtub. So I took a bath that night and just kind of relaxed and de-stressed and was like, all right, well, that's one thing kind of done. I'm good. Now I can go home and sort of focus on the move and focus on selling the house and all that kind of craziness. So I just took a moment to sort of de-stress before heading back to the fray, because basically on Thursday, I drove home. I stopped at Starbucks again, obviously. And then I drove home, and then I was just really happy to see the kids. That's the longest I've been away from them, was 2 nights. And actually that's the first time I've ever been away from my son. The only other time I've been away from my daughter is when my son was born, and I stayed 1 night in the hospital. But anyway, so I drove home from work, and I just hung out with the kids and had like fun and gave them a big cuddle and all that fun stuff. And then we started, prepping up the house, or finishing prepping the house. And then that night we got takeout dinner. We didn't want to like mess it up. And then Friday morning, our cleaning people were coming to do like the last touches and everything like that. And then the picture, and I did like final prep. And I finished packing up the office on Thursday and all that good stuff. And then the cleaning people came on Friday morning and did like final prep of the house. And then because we had the house pictures taken on Friday. Anyway, this kids also had school on Friday. And like I said, just bringing in some of these Clever Gal craft stickers. This is actually from one of the fall colorways. I think it's called like Denims or something. It's so pretty with like the dark blue and the silver. I don't think it's like super fall specific, but that's like kind of especially for fall, I try and find something like if I usually buy like one colorway of gold, rose gold, and one of silver. But the silver, I don't really use a lot of silver in fall, although I am right now. But I don't usually, just that's for Halloween. But I do love like all the blues with the silver. I think it looks so pretty. But anyway, on that, I also had my 20-week ultrasound on this day, which is the first time I've had an ultrasound this pregnancy, which is like so weird because with my other ones, I definitely had more, but I actually declined a lot of the earlier testing this time around. I just have had some kind of like negative experiences with it in the past that made me not as keen to do it. Even though like everything has been totally fine with my babies, with both of them that were thankfully born happy and healthy and all that good stuff. So I just decided to do less is more, and I just had the genetic screening done and not an ultrasound. So this was actually my first ultrasound, and then I found the pictures like crumbled up in my backpack after we moved. And I was just like, oh, third baby problems. But anyway, I straightened them out as best as I could in case this is my only ultrasound this pregnancy. We'll have these one set for her, a little scrapbook. But anyway, and they, like I said, they just took the pictures for the house. And then that was also my husband's last day of work at his old job. So it was very exciting. We celebrated and all that great stuff, and then just kept getting the house ready. On Saturday, we went out to breakfast at our favorite place. Definitely a place we'll miss. I feel like a lot of the things I'll miss about Austin are food related, which like speaks to Austin, but it also speaks to me. Let's be real. And then we went to this really amazing playground that's by us, and then we just did more packing. And then I actually just decided to go and get my nails done. I got like a manicure pedicure. I was just like feeling like it was a really stressful week, and it's really a lot of stress going on, and just take some time for myself. We were like in pretty good shape house-wise at that point from the pictures, and with the move, we hadn't even like set our move date at that point yet. But anyway, so we were like still trying to figure things out. But then we went out for pizza that night, which was fun. And then on Sunday, we went to Starbucks and to get breakfast tacos. And then basically just did a bunch of packing all kind of day. I think on Sunday we found out our move. No, not yet. We just kept going with the packing. I don't know. We kind of took Saturday off a little bit, or just did a little. And then Sunday we did a ton. And then we watched Mary Poppins Returns with the kids in the afternoon. My son didn't really watch it, but my daughter, she actually really enjoyed it. I don't think she really understood it all that much, but she did really enjoy it with the singing and everything. And I did some planning. And that is like everything for this insane week. And yeah, I am currently, like I said, sitting on the floor of the office of my new, or what will be the office of my new house. Really super excited for that. And stay tuned. Like I said, it's gonna be a little bit gappy for a little bit longer, but once we are all situated, hopefully I can get back onto like a more regular schedule. I am trying to stay current in my planners though, and really think about what I want to do for next year. Not in terms of this is my memory keeping has been like really great, and I've been loving that, but in terms of like the functional side of things, like if I want to go back to a bullet journal, stick with the personal wide rings, back to a B6TN, like how I want to set that up, kind of like my more like to-do and day-to-day planner system versus this, which is really more turned into like a memory planning planner. And I do really like this, but I do need to work on the functional side of my planner. So if you have anything you're checking out for next year, let me know in the comments down below, because I am still looking for ideas. I've been like obsessed with the blackout journaling lately, but I don't think that's like super functional for day to day, but it would be so fun to do some of that sometimes. It just looks so pretty. And I am just really excited about everything going on. And yeah, I forgot to speed up the writing part a little bit more here, but that's okay. We can just finish our little chat, and then I finished out with some deco after that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just feeling like so kind of crazed, but now it's like kind of calm. I feel like it's a lot of hurry up and wait when you move. I don't know. It's just like we were waiting, and then we booked flexible flight tickets because we were given like kind of a long move out and move in window. And then it ended up being like the first day of the move out window. So we ended up shuffling our flights and kind of like scrambling to leave Austin because we didn't want to have to stay in a hotel a bunch of days, especially when my family and my husband's family were waiting for us on the other side of the plane. So that's really fun. And I have my first doctor's appointment at my new practice next week. I gotta still find new doctors for the kids and just get everything all situated. And I can't wait to just have the house all set up. And P.S. we may actually be hosting Thanksgiving. I mean, my mom and my aunt will help with all the cooking and stuff, but they were trying to decide like whose house was better laid out for hosting, mine or my dad's. So just craziness all around.
Okay, that is everything all finished up. That was a bit of a hot mess, but that was kind of the week anyways. I do think this looks really, really pretty and very Halloween-y. I did all of my writing in a Pigma Micron 03. Let me show you what I have left. So I don't have a ton left. I use like pretty much all of the functional stuff and all of the boxes in this kit, just a little bit of deco and sidebar stuff. So like I said, this is a good size kit for me, although I was trying to have to like strategize at the end. I did not do a good enough job with like mixing up some of the colors, but that is okay. That is everything. So if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. I'd love it if you'd subscribe and check me out on Instagram at mycraftyplans to keep up with everything going on in my planners. Bye.